Hi Judy, how are you? Just wanted to go through this method that we're using at the moment and working great with some other sellers really well. So it's search, find, buy. It's not too different to what you would have done before for keyword ranking or using ManyChat, but what it does is that it hones in on the keywords in your title. And why we talk about the title is because that's really the most important part of your listing. The title is number one, followed by the search terms in the back end. Okay, but the title is by far number one. I know you know that already, but it's important to emphasize the keywords. Now, it's assuming that you've done a good test here on competitor Cerebro, showing that these are the best search terms with the highest volume applicable, relevant to your product. So I'm assuming that, okay? If it's not right, then we check competitor Cerebro and we look at doing the best keywords. But let's assume it is. I looked up thermometer for adult, and typically we prefer a dash than a comma or a bar. You're probably okay with a comma, but a dash is definitely better. A hyphen or a dash is definitely better. Okay, so thermometer for adults, you can see I did a magnet on it. Sure enough, you're right. It's got a brilliant search volume, 152,000. It's really good volume, as you can imagine. If you look at the trend over the year, obviously peaked with COVID, and it's dropped off, picked up a little bit, but the peak was obviously at the peak of American COVID time, and it has dropped off a lot lately. Maybe competition and all that sort of thing, but generally demand has dropped off, okay? All right, but if we look at Cerebro for your product, so I did a Cerebro on it, and just in terms of ranking, I want to get thermometer for adults, which is your first keyword in your title. I want to get that ranked as highly as possible. Now, your organic ranking at the moment, you're ranked okay for some of the lower ones. The great one you're doing well at is oral thermometer. So that's got a ranking of 27,000 and your position 17, and you're sponsored, your PPC is number 6. So you can definitely throw more money at that. It might cost you a bit, obviously, with that sort of search volume. 27,000 is going to be high PPC, but if you want to get ranking, I will definitely be doing it. However, is that? Yes, it is. So oral thermometer is in your title. It's not the first one, it's the third one. You've got thermometer for adults, digital thermometers, then oral thermometer for kids and adults. So I would definitely, you push that, but I will be pushing thermometer for adults. So here's what you do. You look at that keyword, because it's in your title, you look at the CPR and you basically take 10% of that. So 10% of 432 is 43, divided by 8 is about 5 per day. And you only need to do it for about 3 days. So you do a giveaway of 5 a day, right? Which is 10% of this total. Work on 10%. That's been working okay so far. Every product's different, but as a guide, 10% of the CPR divided by 8. So 43 divided is about 8. Is about 5, and do 5 per day giveaway for this keyword, and do it for about 3 days. So you're giving away about 15. Now that should really rank that up, and you can check it. But if you give away 5 a day for 3 days, you should get that up maybe in the top 5. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go through all of these, but I'll look for the top one, which is thermometer for adults. And I can't see it yet. You got thermometer kids, which is not bad. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'll just go to search volume because I know it'll be one of the first ones. And let's see what where you're ranked and see what the CPR is. Okay, so there it is. It's number 1, right? And you're ranked 68, which puts you on about page 2. Okay, at the bottom of page 2, maybe page 3, but probably the bottom of page 2, right? And your sponsored ad is about the bottom of page 1. Okay, let's get that going. Now you can see the CPR giveaway is very high, 1,176. 10% of that is 118. 118 divided by 8 is about 15 a day. So if you want to really get ranking for that quickly, you want to do 15 a day for 3 days, 40 for give away 45. Okay, for thermometer for adults. But you have to find buyers who do the search, find, buy. So they have to do this. They have to put in thermometer for adults, right? They then have to look for yours. I think it's Yartek, isn't it? So they're going to have to look for 2 pages. So it works really well if you've got good buyers who you can trust. You can use ManyChat, but ManyChat isn't as reliable because you've got no control of it. But if you've got a bank of people who you know, or you have an agent who has a really good bank of people, then they will do a proper search, find, buy. There are other agencies that do this for you. They do charge a fee, of course. We can do it as well, but they do charge a fee. So let's have a look where you are. Looking for Yartek. So this is the problem is trying to find you, of course, and you've got to hope that they're patient, and eventually they'll find you. Now, by the way, Cerebro is not 100% accurate because, whoops, I don't know what happened there. Video is playing funny bit. But anyway, I think the internet's a bit slow. All right, so I did find it. It's on page 2, obviously. It's about, right, it's about, position about 60 and there. So most definitely I'll be showing the photo. There it is there. What was interesting is that, so that's on page 2. As expected. The sponsored ad is actually on page 1, so that's good. It was close to page 1 actually, so this has gone up a little bit. Sponsored rank was higher than 31, probably in the top 2 or 3. So no doubt you do have to give away about 15, but if you do 15 a day for 3 days, that's really going to make a difference. Okay, most definitely it's going to make a difference. The next one you've got is digital thermometers. Let's try and find that. Digital thermometer. I'm not sure why you've got thermometers. You will get some credit for having thermometer, even though it's plural. So I'm not quite sure why you've got thermometers, because I think the ranking will be lower. Let's just, there it is. So the ranking is a bit low, it's 5,600. Isn't it amazing one letter can make all the difference? So 5,600 digital thermometer is 99,000. So it's 20 times more popular. Okay, you have no ranking for digital thermometer, no ranking. So you can't even find it. And your PPC is ranked 53. Look, you can leave it as it is now, for sure, but I would consider dropping that letter S in the future. So digital thermometers, you are ranked 81. So again, you're on page maybe 3. And you have no PPC on it. I don't know why you don't have PPC on it, but you've got to get some PPC on it. Okay, it's your second keyword. Now, this is good news though. It's 120 giveaway. 10% of that is 12 divided by 8 is like 1.5 a day. So you can do 2 a day for 3 days and you'll probably rank to number 1. So you can easily scale that. I will do 2 a day for 3 days and you'll see that skyrocket rather, to maybe in the top 5. So you only need to do 2 a day for digital thermometers. But seriously, have a think about just having digital thermometer as well. All right. And the last one, of course, is oral thermometer for kids and adults. You can just use oral thermometer to start with. That's enough. And I would look at Cerebro for that. Oral thermometer. Just a moment. Oral thermometer. Okay. Just a moment. Well, oral thermometer, as we know, has a huge search volume, and a CPI score of, again, 1,100. So 10% of those is 118. So again, you're talking about 13 a day for that. Okay, about 13 a day. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, oral thermometer. Actually, you rank really well. You rank very well. You rank 17 for oral thermometer. So that's great. I would definitely be pushing that, So most definitely that's the way to go. So as a general rule, do your search find by. Make sure you've got genuine search find by buyers. Make sure you've got that. And 100% do 3 days at 10% of the CPR for that one, and that one. If you want to do more, you can change it a little bit, but they're the 3 you want. And just monitor those after 3 days. And if you want, you can repeat it. But believe me, I've seen it with other clients, and this fast tracks ranking really, really quickly. I got this from Helium 10 themselves. They promoted this last week or the week before. So I'm strongly recommending it. Okay. All right. Let me know how you go. I hope that helps. If you need some help with finding search find by buyers, give me a buzz. Thanks so much. See you.